All right, all right. Welcome in to the huddle. You found us again. Shoot the Gap, the fantasy focused show spanning the generation gap of the 20s, 30s, and 40s. I am your MC, Brian D'Amigo Baldwin. And normally, I have a pleasure to introduce somebody, but we're undocked again. Yeah, we're
doctor's sick.
Yeah, so what you guys are getting your treat. This is gonna be the all muscle show. Yeah. So let me introduce you to the guy who's smaller than me, who's a weakling. Connor, the gut marshal.
I may be a weakling, but I'm a good-looking one.
Well, dude. For each his own, dude. Each his own. Keep telling yourself that. It makes you feel better. Yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna see if I can do what you did. That was pretty funny.
It was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's why I was expecting it. That's why I laughed, dude. That was funny.
Yeah,
all right,
this is a little bodybuilding posing, man.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
So Arnold.
Arnold.
So yeah, since Doc's not here, then we're gonna have sound effects, but it's gonna be our own sound effects. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. The show must go on. Yeah. Don't worry, Doc's okay. Yeah, he's fine. He just had a family engagement that he's doing, which he's a good man. Yeah, on top of being a doc.
He's singing "Happy Birthday" and eating some birthday cake, so he's in a better place. I wish I was eating birthday cake right now.
Sure.
I know what the amigo is.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I don't know, dude.
Who doesn't want some birthday cake?
It's gonna mess up with my guns. Oh, I don't want to mess it. I don't want to mess it up, dude. I'm pumped. Yeah, this is our 19th show, and so it's our, it's start set show. Watch that for week 3. So it's September 23rd on this foul year of our Lord. Yeah, so we're gonna be going over all the games from Thursday to Monday, and giving you advice on who to start, who to sit, so we can help you win your game this week. Get a jump. Start focusing on getting a good lead in case you start hitting some things. Hopefully you didn't get hit by the injury bug. I know it's just a few people because that was pretty bad. But as we do the show, we're going to also, we'll fess up. We fess up when we mess up. So there'll be some accountability. So whenever we go to start sits, whenever there's ones that we missed, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely mention it. Yeah. I do. You want to take this time, man? To go ahead and. Actually, dude, we got a new subscriber. I want to say hello, say thank you to that guy. And in fact, hey man, let me see if this joke spans generations. Okay, what do you think of when I say the word Finkel? The name Finkel.
Finknodle.
Finknodle. Okay, it did not make it to your generation. Okay, dude, it was the Ace Ventura, the Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel.
Yeah, I love that movie, but I don't remember that specific.
Dude, oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah. That's kind of. Well, anyway, the guy's name, David Einhorn. David Einhorn. Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you so much for subscribing. It's actually his birthday.
Shout out to David. Oh, it's David's birthday.
Yeah, it sure is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Finkel Einhorn.
Happy birthday,
Finkel Einhorn. Finkel Einhorn.
Happy birthday to you.
Finkel Einhorn.
Brian, you gave me 3 keys there. That was beautiful.
Finkel Einhorn.
Finkel Einhorn.
Yeah. And I also want to give a nice little big mushroom emoji to anyone from the John Holmes Field Advantage League.
You want to say it like that?
Who might be listening. Dude, the name of the league is John Holmes Field Advantage League. What else you going to give them, dude?
Give them the mushroom tip. Okay.
Oh, dude, they would appreciate that. So, and that actually made me start thinking, man, that any of our listeners, reach out to us. I'd love to know the name of your leagues. Some of them are really creative like that. Some of them are public 135829 or something like that.
Shame on you.
Well, man.
You public blah blah blah.
So yeah, so if it's one that's kind of cool, just let us know. We'd also like to go ahead and take this time to thank the supporters of the show, High Volume Music Radio. Download their app, High Volume Music Radio. Yeah, this pride of Sunnyside, the pride of Sunnyside. Yes, you'll be very happy that you did. There's great music on there. There's great talk
Sunnyside
shows on there.
Pride.
Yeah, we're on there, so it's all free, and it's a local thing. You'll be helping out the local Houston community. So please, make sure and download that app, and also our other supporters.
Anyone who watches the show, you know what I'm going to talk about. We're talking about Sports Hosts. It is the premier global sports community app. It is the best sports app, period. Y'all need to get on it. And seriously, it helps me out if you do, because I need people to sign up on the link that I put in the link for the description for this video.
Yeah, well, there you go, man. Yeah, show the love. The love. And speaking of,
please show us the love.
Yeah, as you're watching the show, if you're entertained by two generational muscle heads bantering about, please hit the like and subscribe button.
Brawny beefhead banter.
Look at that. Love alliteration. Love it. But yeah, no, we got 3, but it's just us in our muscles. So please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll put the love, and you'll get every episode to help you do through the season. So 2 questions, man. 2 questions. I was setting my lineup.
That's all you're getting.
Good.
I'm going full Belichick on you. I'm giving you 1-word answers.
Oh, don't do that, because I mean, I understand. Bill, is that you, Bill? Bill? Oh no, okay. Dang. Every time, dude. Every time.
You fools. I paid Cam Newton $1 million, and he already has 4 rushing touchdowns.
Dude, oh my gosh. Yeah, straight up on that.
Where's your God now, Tom Brady?
First question I wanted to ask you. So how do you handle, man, like when you're setting your lineup and your defense is playing against a team that one of your top players, like your top wide receiver, quarterback, tight end, whatever, running back, whenever they're playing against each other, how do you approach that, man? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, you hope it doesn't happen, and you hope it works out when it does, because it is inevitable. It's going to happen at least once. It happened to me week 2. I had Josh Jacobs, and I had the Saints defense. And in one of my leagues, it didn't make me lose the week. And then in the other, I was blown out by like 40 points, so it was irrelevant. So it wasn't really an issue for me.
So you start them, right? And hope for the best.
I mean, I had Josh Jacobs. Like, if you have like a fringe player against like a team that like does not give up points to a position. So let's think. What would be a good example? So someone like the Steelers, right? So the Steelers shut down Saquon. Mm-hmm. So if you had like the Jaguars running back that's doing kind of good right now, right? Like I wouldn't start him against the Steelers.
I got you. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I got you. Like, I had Tampa Bay's defense and had DJ Moore, and they both did real well. So
it doesn't have to be a problem.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Don't fake the fake there.
Don't fake the fake.
Yeah, and the other one is that what's your thoughts, Connor, on when you're starting a wide receiver or tight end, whenever your opponent has your player's quarterback. Like if you have Julio Jones.
Julio Jones.
Shut up, dude. Julio Jones, Julio Jones, and the other guy has Matt Ryan. Okay, so do you not start Julio Jones, or vice versa? If you have Matt Ryan, the other person has Julio.
The answer is that you start Calvin Ridley. But the relevant to this question you gave me, the answer is
That's awesome.
It's like there's multiple situations, because there's times where like guys like they do something and it may not be like a good move, but it's like an all-in move. Like you're playing the matchup. Like last week I played against someone and like I had Taylor in the flex, so he put Hines in the flex. It didn't work out for him, but I respected the move because it was like an all-in. Well, like okay, well I'm banking on Taylor not getting the points, and in fact Hines is getting the points. So. I really appreciate the competitive edge that there is to kind of sharing pieces of players in a game and kind of playing with that. But me personally, I like to, like the way my team is constructed, I have 3 good running backs, and then I have 3 good tight ends on my team because I have Jonnu Smith, Noah Fant, and Mike Gesicki, right? So I can rotate those guys in based off a matchup or whoever's feeling it. And I have Kyler Murray as my quarterback. So I have a lot of points coming in that have like a high ceiling, right? So for my specific team, like I have 2 wide receivers that are locked and loaded, and they're not like sexy. Like I have Juju and Robert Woods. They're not sexy, but they're safe. So that's the combination that I use. So it's kind of a mix. Like you have like 2 safe plays, and people might argue that Juju isn't safe, but I think he's safe because he's the favorite red zone target of Big Ben.
Okay, if the other guy had Big Ben, do you still start Juju?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now, and if the other guy had Juju, and you have Big Ben, would you still start Big Ben?
Yeah, and to give you a better example, if I play against someone who has D Hop, I'm still starting Kyler Murray.
Okay, yeah, man. See, like that's exactly what I was curious about.
Yep,
what
yep.
you're looking at. Yeah, what you want to do is you always want to go ahead and do just try to set your lineup like in a vacuum, like and where you're getting the most points possible. You know, because it just I just don't. I'm not a big fan of like oh, the other guy has, you know, my quarterback, so I'm not going to start him. Well, if you really think about it, I mean, check your points. That's another thing, guys. In your league, check your scoring, see how that is, because I know that in our league that your quarterback gets 1 point for 25 yards and four points for every touchdown. However, receiving, you get 1 point for every 10 yards, and you get 6 points per touchdown. So if you're the other person's quarterback and you have the receiver, well, you're already going to come out ahead. Plus, it's a half point PPR, so you got that too. So yeah, so just always set your lineup to where you're just going to be the strongest for you. That's going to give you the most points, and just let whatever happen. You know, it's a game. All right, don't overthink this. That's the whole. I should have named this thing "Fake the Fake." You know, just don't overthink it. That's basically what I wanted to do. So yeah, those are 2 questions that I wanted to get to because those are ones that come up all the time, and I don't really hear fantasy football shows talk about that. And I just wanted to make sure and just get some thoughts out there because again, we're trying to help you guys set your lineup, not make any mistakes. But speaking of which, you want to just go ahead and jump straight into the start sit there? All right, let's do it. I feel like we need an intro thing, dude. Come up with an intro music right now, Connor.
Da 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 da.
Look at my muscles. Yeah.
It's the muscle show.
It's the muscle show. Start, sit, muscle show. Okay.
So bad. We lost 3 subscribers.
Oh no! Oh no! No, we'll get him back. We'll get him back.
Hopefully
we'll find
they're
you.
laughing at us.
We'll find you.
We'll find
I'll grab you with my muscles. I can take 3 of them. Okay,
watch out,
right.
guys. This Brian's going through a midlife crisis. You're seeing it on this.
I don't know, dude. It's just I had no muscles. Then all of a sudden now I have muscles, and I have this.
Watching Arrested Development by any chance?
And I have this aggression for some reason. I don't know why. What's the connection of having aggression and a lot of muscles?
let me try. Wait. Well, what were we?
Give it a shot.
What were we talking?
Start sit, brother. Start sit. Let's hit it.
Okay, so do you want me to announce the games like we did?
Dude, you are not going to shortchange those listeners. I mean, your beautiful voice as it rings the names. Not acting. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay,
well, I can get the first one real easy. I'll set the tone.
I got it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Actually, do the first one now, and then I'll pull the next one.
Yeah, because the first one's easy. The first one's Thursday. The Dolphins versus the Jaguars.
Yeah, I like that energy.
Yeah, beat that one, dude. Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. I challenge you with my muscles. I challenge you.
Accept. Oh, that's a muscle challenge. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I wanna. I'll raise you and do an arm wrestle.
No. Wait till we get to the ones.
The pandemic is over.
Okay. All right. So okay, in that game, Dolphins Jaguars. It's at Jaguars. Okay, so it's the Thursday night game. First primetime game of was it the Fitzpatrick and the battle of the facial hair, right? The mustache versus the beard,
facial hair.
right? Yeah, I mean, so it's Fitzpatrick, you know, versus the Jaguar King. So, Mr. Minshew. So, who would you start, man? Who would you sit? Who you staying away from? Who you
Um,
excited about?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm starting both quarterbacks in this game after
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
getting burned by Fitzpatrick. I'm ready to be hurt again.
Oh, that's
As
something we need
Michael
to fess
Scott would
up.
say.
We both talked. We both said, Fitzpatrick. Bleh. We both said Mike Gesicki. Bleh. That's what we said last week. We're
Mike
fessing up.
Gesicki's on my roster right now.
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
You're
for
like,
him.
ugh. Yeah. You ate that. You ate that regurgitation back up. You're like, oh no, I need it back. Yeah. So, yeah.
And
So,
I'm
yeah,
starting him.
yeah. You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so yeah. On Miami side, I would start Gesicki. I would start, of course, Fitzpatrick, Devontae Parker. Start. Would you start him?
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. All right. What about Miles Gaskin?
No.
Yeah, that's a desperation. That's a
Yeah.
desperation.
Those are really deep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, how about Preston Williams?
I'm I'm not gonna lie. Usually the last three guys you list, I never start. You always list guys that I'm not gonna start because that's how deep you go.
Well, no, I mean, like right now, I would sit Preston Williams. I would sit Matt Breida.
I mean, like I wouldn't roster Gaskin or Williams or Breida.
Okay, well, Gaskin's like the like one of the darlings right now of the waiver wire, where
But
people
he's
are.
only getting like 7 to 11 points.
Well, yeah, but somebody might have picked him up, and so we're trying to help people out here, dude.
Well, if you
Yeah.
have Gaskin, drop him.
Okay, there you go. There you go. He's a droppable, so don't even think about starting him. So same thing. So Gaskin is the lead hog out of that whole running back field. So that means that Breida, Howard gone.
Yeah,
Of
but
course,
Howard isn't gone. He vultured the touchdown on Sunday.
yeah, but in our league, he only got 6 points, dude.
Okay.
That's all you get. He gets 1 yard and then the touchdown.
The reason why Gaskin is not a good fantasy option is because he will. There's 6 points
Mm-hmm.
that he could have had.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, very good point. Um, it's almost like a poor man's Eckler and Kelly, right? Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, and of course, I sit the defense for Miami, sit the
Mhm.
kicker, Jason Sanders, and
Sit both kickers.
yeah,
Sit both
there's another.
defenses.
And I don't know if he's still listed, but I know at the beginning of the year, the guy that was listed as a starting tight end was Durham Smith, Smythe. So yeah, don't start him. Okay, Jaguars, man, who do you start, dude?
Chark Minshew. That's it.
You don't start Robinson.
Mm-mm.
You're not starting James Robinson against Miami's defense. Oh, no, guys, don't listen to that. That's bad. That's bad advice.
I mean, the thing
Yeah.
is, I don't have him rostered because I don't believe in him long term. So if you have him and you don't have anyone better, start him. But find a backup plan because he will probably. I mean, they have Chris Thompson there. They're not going to be in positive game script.
Dude, you don't know that. I mean, you're talking about a team that surprised the Colts and came 3 points away from beating the Titans.
Do you know
I
why
think the
they're
Ja-
doing that? Because teams are sleeping on them. The Dolphins don't think they're that good, so they don't sleep on teams.
Okay. I remember whenever I was writing down notes when I was watching the first week, and I was watching the Patriots just dismantle Miami. And I looked at my notes, and written right there in front of me is Miami's defense is soft because they were just running on him, dude, and they were just pushing him around. James Robinson, dude. I'm sorry you're not a believer, dude. I am. I know it's only 2 weeks, but I think that he's a stud. I mean, he's the only running back in the whole league that gets 100% of the runs. I mean, like you're talking about Thompson, dude. This guy got like 4 catches last week. Okay, and they already said they're going to involve him more. So I would definitely start him. I would start Minshew. I respect your
Well,
statement, though.
he's in the room with Derrick Henry then, because that's the other guy that gets 100% of the runs.
Okay. Okay. Keenan Cole. Would you start Keenan Cole?
No, dude.
Nope. No Keenan Cole. Okay. I mean, he's actually producing higher than DJ Shark, but you would start Shark, right? Okay, all right. And how about the defense or the kicker, Josh Lambo?
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't start the defense. Wouldn't start Eifert. I wouldn't start Chris Thompson or Chenault. I like Chenault as a hold, but yeah, I just got to see more from get more production because they're supposed to be using him. He's a rookie. Let's see what they do with him. So yeah, that's basically all the starts and sits that I would do. Yeah, we're pretty much in agreement. I would start Keenan Cole and I would start James Robinson, but you said you wouldn't. So cool. That makes the show interesting. That's awesome.
Moving on. Next,
Moving on.
we have the Chicago Bears at the Atlanta Falcons. And
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
What? You didn't think that was the next game?
Well, no. I mean, I was like, roar, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna out muscle you. But no, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I have literally every other game to outmuscle you. I don't have to do it on the first try.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can see that. I can see that. Go
So
ahead.
I'm actually thinking this is going to be an interesting game because
Yeah?
the Bears have been giving up a lot of points, and the Falcons are probably the best offense that they've faced so far.
Okay. Yeah.
So I could see the Falcons actually upsetting and winning this one.
Calling for the upset, man. So who would you start then? Let's go and say the Falcons.
I'm starting Gage. I'm starting Ridley. I'm
Agreed.
not starting Julio because of the hammy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting Hurst. I'm starting Matt Ryan. I'm not starting Todd Gurley. I'm not starting either defense. Of course, I'm starting Young Wei Koo.
Yeah.
And I'm actually on the Bears. I'm going to be blunt. I'm starting Trubisky. I'm starting David Montgomery. And I'm starting Allen Robinson.
Yeah, this is also. I would even add to that list Anthony Miller and Cordell Patterson. I mean
I
that
would not start
defense,
Patterson.
dude. That Atlanta Falcons defense looks awful.
Yeah,
and
but the
you're
thing is, if Patterson does something, what if it's like he does something on special teams, so you don't get any of the points? But that's how they use.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess what the point is that that Falcons defense is so bad
Oh, I know.
that I mean, that there's people that normally don't get points that get points against him. Yeah, I do want to make sure I mention on Julio Jones that it came out today that yeah, you're right about the hamstring. If you hadn't heard yet, when he played the last game, it further hurt the hamstring, and so they're going to check to see how he's going to do this week. And there's a real chance that he might not even be. He might even not even be suiting up. So yeah, good call. And you just don't even want to deal with that. Just sit it because even if he plays, he's going to be a little bit hindered. So I'm right there with you. Would you start the Chicago defense considering the offense? Okay. Oh, look at that. All right. And of course, no Jimmy Graham or Eddie Pinerio. Okay,
Never.
great. Never.
Under any
That's a never.
circumstances.
Yeah, if you're having to start that guy, I'm so sorry, dude. There has to be.
You've
somebody
already
better.
lost.
Lost. Like the league, just stop, give up, give up. Just drop all your players.
Pay someone else to do it for you.
Drop all your players into the pool and walk out the door.
Pay someone else to do it for you. You have no business there. You're done.
Yeah.
Pick a different hobby.
Yeah. No. Would you start Terry Cohen? Would you start?
No.
No. Okay.
He's
yeah,
not a sexy play. It's like he could get 12 points or he could get 5. Like it's not like I don't want to.
Yeah, he hasn't proved anything this year, has he?
He's never proved anything consistently. What we know is that he's really good at running wheel routes. And sometimes Mitchell Trubisky will throw to him a lot when he runs wheel routes. That doesn't mean he's a consistent fantasy football player.
Yeah, David Montgomery's got a lot of receptions this past game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a little he's considered questionable, but I wouldn't worry about it. I think he's going to play.
Can we move on?
Let's do it, sir.
Hey, Brian, this one's for you.
Oh, jeez.
The Los Angeles Rams at the Buffalo Bills. Now, which team is going to be undefeated? This is the question.
You really gave that one a shot. Yeah.
Well, you challenged my manliness, so gonna, Mr. Anchor Arms. SpongeBob reference for the people my age. We all are laughing at you now.
Good. Yeah, I give you a muscle kiss for that one.
I got anchor arms.
Okay, all right. So yeah, man. On this one, it's going to be really interesting because the Rams are going up a pretty going against what's considered a pretty strong defense, and then you're also looking at on the Buffalo side. But on the Rams side, I would start Higbee, I would start Robert Woods, and I would start Darrell Henderson. I would definitely do that. I would sit the defense. I would sit Malcolm Brown. I would sit Cam Akers, which was funny because like I just put their initials and then their last name, and it actually turns into Cakers. So I'm gonna start calling him Cakers instead of Cam Akers. He's Cakers, yeah. And right, it's funny. And I would sit Goff. I would sit Cup. I would sit Sam Sloman. That's the kicker if nobody knows who that is. And I would kick. I would kick. Yeah, probably. Sit Everett. Yeah, man. What do you think? Do you agree with those? Do you disagree?
I would. You're starting Everett?
No, sitting. That was my sit list.
I mean, yeah, I would really only start
They're on my sit list.
the two wide receivers for the Rams, Cup and Woods, and I would not start Goff this game. I would not start any of the running backs. I would start Everett. I'm sorry, not Everett. I would start Higbee.
You would start Cup?
I mean, he's
not producing right now.
He isn't, and then he is.
Okay,
right.
Explain.
So, last year, him and Woods, they kind of blew up at different times, right?
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, that's fair.
Remember how Diggs started blowing up because the team wanted him. Now here's the thing. I don't think that Cooper Kupp is at all like Diggs. I don't think he cares if he gets targeted a bunch. I think he just wants to get paid and be in California. So I don't think he's gonna be mad. I think they have him on the team not just as a receiver, but as a blocker, the way that McVay likes to run the offense.
You said Kupp?
Kupp. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, if you drafted him, it probably means you don't have a better option at wide. Look, if you have Marquise Brown or Cooper Kupp, I'm starting Marquise Brown.
Agreed. Yeah, I see. The thing about Cooper Kupp is that last year it was whenever you went to the red zone and they needed a touchdown, who did they look to, Connor? Cooper Kupp, right?
But then it became...
Yeah, now it's running backs.
Higbee.
Yeah, now it's either Higbee or it's Brown. So yeah, they're kind of fading away from him on that. But I don't know yet. It's only 2 weeks in. That is a hard call, and it's not something that I want to play with. How about this? If you're 2-0, okay. 0-2, don't do it. Okay, that's what I would say. Because you need a win right now because you need to stop that bleeding. Buffalo, who would you start, Connor?
Diggs, Josh Allen. I would start the defense.
Same here. Zach Moss?
No, I'm not starting any of them.
Devin Singletary?
No.
John Brown?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah,
he's a desperation flex play.
Okay, John Brown. Okay, all right. I mean, he produced. I mean, last game, both he and Diggs, they ate, and that was against Miami, who's supposed to have a really good secondary.
So I want to take this moment to address what we're talking about right now, guys. So what Brian is doing. So we are how many weeks into the fantasy season are we, Brian?
2.
We are 2 weeks in. So after week 1, we were like, oh, we don't know anything, right?
Yeah.
We still don't know anything. We don't magically know everything because we have one more week. So with that same thought, we don't know who's going to do good this week in the sense that just cuz we can't chase points, right? The Dallas tight end scored a lot of points last week. Do you think he's going to do it again? Do you think Mo Alley Cox is going to go off every week? Do you think Tyler Eifert is going to go off every week?
I think Mo Ali Cox is going to be a monster as long as
Baby
Doyle.
Hands
Yeah,
isn't
but
healthy.
let me ask you, dude. If I told you that here's a player that's in the pool who the first week he got 10 targets, 6 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown, scored and scored 16 points. Okay, then the next week he got 6 targets, 4 receptions for 82 yards and a touchdown, and he scored 16.2. So that's 2 weeks of double digits, 16, 16 wide receiver, at least wide receiver 2 numbers. Would you pick that guy up and think about even starting him? Because that sounds like there's some consistency showing there. And that's John Brown. That's why I'm mentioning it. That's John Brown. That's his stats.
I mean, the thing is, he's not on any waivers in any league
okay,
I'm in. So
but if you have him, would you start him?
If I have him, I'm starting him in the flex.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you would start John Brown. All right. Okay, cool. All right.
I said desperation flex play.
No, that's not that's not desperation in my opinion. I mean, that's
Okay,
that's productivity.
Then just say, how about just okay, moving on.
Sure. Yeah, because I think anybody else, like the kicker and Dawson Knox, you shouldn't have those guys. So yeah, we don't even
Come
need to
on,
mention
guys.
them. Yeah.
This is rookie stuff. This is
Tyler Bass. Come on, dude. I mean, I
this
understand
is third grade level stuff, guys.
Well, but this is what we're here for. We're here to help out the third graders.
I know. I'm memeing. Next, we have the Washington football team, known as WTF, playing the Cleveland Steamers.
Good enough. It's the Browns.
Led by Odell, king of the Steamers.
Yeah, I think it was named after one of their iconic coaches, Browns, actually. One thing I wanted to mention was that it just came out today that on the Washington team football, that their one of their starting O linemen, Brandon Scherf, is on IR. So that might actually, that's a big deal, So keep an eye on that. But I would start Anthony Gibson on Washington. I would start McLaurin. I got that one wrong. I said sit McLaurin last game, and that was wrong. So that was something I will make sure and take ownership on. I would start their actual defense. I would do that. And there's a guy, the tight end, Logan Thomas. Yeah. And let me just go ahead and I would start him. And let me tell you why. Okay. Because he's playing against the Cleveland Browns. All right. And he should have a bounce back. Okay. Because the Browns have allowed over 25 fantasy points per game to tight ends the first 2 weeks of the season. All right. So that's somebody that he's getting a lot of targets. They really like him. So I would start Logan Thomas. But there's other people I would start over him. But just in this game in a vacuum, I wouldn't start on Washington Haskins. I wouldn't start Love. This is I'm going to start calling this my sit list. They're on my sit list. Yeah, these guys are on my sit list. Yeah, and J.D. McKissick and Dustin Hopkins. What's your thoughts about Cleveland?
I'm starting Hunt and Chubb and Beckham. That is it.
I would start OBJ. I would start him.
Yeah.
I would start their defense, and I would start Chubb, and that's it. I wouldn't start Hunt.
What?
I wouldn't start Hunt. Nope, because this is a team that has a really strong front seven. All right, and they have a really terrible back.
What if the Browns' way of addressing that is dumping it off to Hunt?
Oh no, you're right. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to give you my perspective. I understand.
Yeah, there's a pathway for both of those things.
No, but you're probably more logical, and I would probably, if our listeners are trying to lean one way or the other, the obvious path is what you're talking about, right? I'm talking about sitting Hunt because what I'm concerned about is that they actually might get up. They actually might get up. There might be a chance that they might actually get up on them, and then they're going to be running, and that's what happens with Chubb. Actually, dude, what you're seeing right now is a turnaround. You know why?
I love it when we have this on the show. And this goes both ways. This has happened for me a lot.
No. You have. Now that I think about it, I would start Hunt because the reason why is because last game, Last game, all right. Like whenever I was trying to make a decision on starting Hunt or not, I was trying Malcolm Brown or Crowder or Hunt. All right, that was in the flex. That's what I was trying to go for, and I decided on Hunt. Thank the Lord, He gave me the wisdom. And so,
And I also told you to do it.
Oh well, I mean, so did Ethan. I mean, but I also got some blowback from another trusted source of mine. But here's the thing: is that all these podcasts I kept hearing was like, it's going to be a Chubb game. 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 I'm like, and I'm thinking just like what your argument was the last teams that we looked at. You said it's been 2 weeks, and I'm like, what's a Chubb game? I mean, we don't even know what that is. There's a reason why Hunt re-signed with Cleveland. He could have gone anywhere and been the lead dog, but he decided to stay with Cleveland for a reason. So obviously they're going to use him, and they used him a lot this last one. And even whenever they were playing against Baltimore, Hunt outscored Chubb. So you got me, dude. You got me. Yeah. He's now off my sit list, and he's in the start. Yeah, so you got me, dude. You got me. So yeah, I would start Hunt. I wouldn't start Mayfield. I wouldn't start Landry. He's not been producing this whole year. It's kind of yeah. Yeah, nice. And of course Hooper. I wouldn't start. Oh my gosh, I haven't written down as Hopper. Yeah, I guess. Hopper. Yeah.
He's playing like how Hopper would play. Oh, he's playing like how Hopper would play.
Yeah, it is. It really is. We should call him Hopper, dude, because he's in the upside down.
I kind of have those Hopper vibes tonight with just my mustache,
dude. Because the last year he was like producing, and now whoop, we're in the upside down, and now he's not. So yeah, we'll call his ass Hopper.
He's trying to get with Winona Ryder the whole time.
Well, who knows? Okay.
Oh wait, you haven't seen the last season?
Oh, I've seen all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
that's
my wife.
Basically, his whole thing.
Yeah, my wife is addicted to it. She's watched this multiple times.
I'm glad you guys are a fan of my work.
It
wasn't easy pulling off the role of Steve Harrington, I tell you that, man. But still to my day, I consider it my masterpiece.
That's why you cut your hair, because you just got so many ladies coming after you, right?
Well, no, it's not that. That happens regardless. It was just kind of like you just going to pump gas, and like you're trying to buy something, and they give you it for free, or it's like you're like at work and they just tell you to go home.
That's called stealing.
It's just it's annoying. You just want to be one of everyone else.
They tell you to go home. That's not a good thing.
It'd be like
go home.
Like if you're the emperor, and you're not you're not wearing your king's robes. You dress like a commoner so you can know what that feels like again.
So far you've admitted to being a thief and a bad employee. Because
I feel like you're really pushing a specific agenda.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Funny.
Well, from one view. Yeah,
from
no, but
one view out of many.
No, but I like the Hopper thing. Is there anybody on Cleveland that we're missing? Anything you want to mention? Anything about the team about
nope.
that? Nope. All right.
Next, we have the Tennessee Titans trotting on to the Minnesota Vikings. And who will be victorious in this battle of the mighty men?
Look at that! You get a muscle kiss for that one, dude. Hell yeah.
You get
all right.
3 muscles.
Yeah. I got enough muscles to go around. All right. See? Soundboard's here. All right, so talk about it, Connor. I mean, I've been going first this past couple of times. I want you to jump in there, dude. Let's hear your thoughts, brother.
Oh, you want me to jump in there? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, I think that this is going to be the bounce back Derrick Henry game. I think the stars are aligned for it. He hasn't had a bounce back game yet, and the Vikings defense sucks, and it got worse. They got a lineman injured.
Yeah, Anthony Barr, yeah.
And AJ Brown still isn't back, and Jonnu's a little banged up. So they're gonna lean on Henry for this one. I could see 30 touches.
You said Jonnu? Jonnu's banged up?
He's questionable. I think he'll play.
What's up? I haven't heard this. Tell me.
I mean, I'm not worried. Like, I have a league where he's my only tight end, and I'm starting him in that one.
Well, what's wrong with him though? Is it?
I don't know.
Do you know? Oh, they just said questionable?
Yeah.
So it could have been a rest day. It could have just been a rest day.
It could have been. I mean, he went pretty ham.
Yeah, he did. And he's kind of important to them, I think, especially in the end zone.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
not just as a catcher, but as a blocker. You know.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Corey Davis.
Yeah, I would pick up Corey Davis. I think he's a serviceable flex play if you need the points.
Especially today.
Yeah, but
This Sunday.
I will say I don't think the Titans are going to keep throwing as much as what they are right now.
Do you think that's just what the defense is giving them because they're trying to stop Derrick Henry?
I mean, we're going to need more time
Mm-hmm.
before we know that, but at this point
Of course.
that is kind of what it seems like.
Okay.
It seems
Gus.
like people are not taking Ryan Tannehill as seriously as they should be.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah. What about Goskowski, the kicker?
Seriously?
Yes. Seriously,
You
dude. I
don't
mean,
know if
people.
you should start him or not. The guy that missed how many field goals did he miss in a row in one game?
Yeah, but that was last game. I mean, he hit one
Okay.
from he hit one, dude. He hit a over 50 yarder this past game, and he also hit
This is
one from
something
40 to 49.
This is something, guys. This is
He,
something that
he got 12
I
points.
differ from Brian on, but I stay steadfast to this thing. If a guy ever misses more than 3 field goals or 3 field goals in a game, you drop his ass. You never pick him up again. No questions asked.
That is truth. That is truth. You do live by that mantra.
I have gotten 2 rings from that.
Mason Crosby, dude, was
Do
not
with
even
it
on
what
your
you want.
team.
Mason Crosby.
That
And-
ball was still in the air.
Yeah.
when you
And
cut
Matt
Crosby.
Boswell, the kicker for the Steelers. Fuck that guy. Fuck both of those guys.
Okay. All right. If AJ Brown is if he's playing, do you start him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I still feel that. I mean, when he's coming back from an injury, so I don't know, about starting him. But it's against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
So-
it's a soft matchup.
Yeah. So what about the defense? Would you start Tennessee defense?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
And I'm saying
right.
the Vikings, of course.
Yeah. You and I've been like anybody you would sit. I guess that's it on Tennessee, Minnesota. So you're sitting the defense. Who else would you sit on the Vikings?
I'm not starting anyone who isn't named Dalvin Cook or Adam Thielen.
What about Dan Bailey, the kicker?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah, I would start Dan Bailey. I like Dan Bailey. And that's more of a testament of thinking that the offense is not going to be able to get into the end zone. So that might.
of opinion.
Yes, we do. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I definitely would not start Kirk Cousins for you wouldn't even be on the team. That guy's droppable. Anytime, if you get a 1 or a 2 from your quarterback or negative, yeah, man, no, that's too low a floor. You have to let go of that. Go pick up Burrows or
Kirk Cousins, more like Short Cummins.
Hey,
Because he's bad.
Hey, would you say Minnesota would be the Yakety Sax? Would you give him one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I want to make an amendment. I think that we should add mariachi band music to our soundboard.
Okay, well, I
think we should add that. We should also... I need to do the Arnold soundbite for We Have a Difference of Opinion.
Yeah,
I agree. That would be perfect for me. Okay, moving
I think
on.
so. Yeah, no Madison, no Rudolph. Yeah.
Dude,
So
no. Okay.
okay.
The Las Vegas Raiders, who have not lost, playing the New England Patriots.
Ooh, this one's a tough one. This one comes close to your heartstrings, there, Connor. Yeah, good defense.
Gosh.
Good defense. Bad performance from Jacobs.
Yeah, but their
Que-
line
questionable hit?
They're look.
Questionable hit.
If
Came
he
in
isn't
and out of
good
the
to
game.
go- if he isn't good to go, I have David Montgomery.
So you would pivot and put okay, let's say if he's still questionable or if he's game time decision. If he's game time decision, questionable, limited practice throughout the week, do you start Josh Jacobs over David Montgomery, or do you put in Montgomery instead?
I monitor it up until 20 minutes before the game, and then I make my decision. You know that.
Oh, okay. So if the coach says he's good to go, then you're starting Josh Jacobs over David Montgomery.
Yeah, until they say that Josh Jacobs isn't playing, I'm not subbing in David Montgomery. But I'm watching to see if they're going to say that.
Who's Montgomery playing against? Have we got?
He is playing against the Falcons. It's a pretty good matchup.
And then you got Jacobs, who, dude, like he might play, but he might come in and out. I mean, dude, he even came out after that terrible fumble by Booker. You know, Booker went back in again. You know, so I would probably give it one day. You know, I'd probably give this Sunday. You know, especially against a tough defense like the Patriots. See what's going on, especially if I have Montgomery against the Falcons. You know, I mean, that's pretty legit. So if you have a stronger pivot that I would get, then I would sit Jacobs. But if not, I mean, you know, understandable, because he was like your second pick, right? Second round pick. Some people there was first round pick. So I understand that. I understand that love. So I would say that it's team specific, but generally speaking, I don't think I would start Jacobs right now. I'm a little nervous about him. A little nervous. The Walrus. Would you start Waller?
I'll have to see.
Yeah.
I know
Again,
he's banged up right now. That's another game time decision.
Yep.
For the Patriots, and then those are the only two guys I would start. I would even consider starting on the Raiders.
Dude, oh my God, look at Daniel Carlson. Seriously, dude. I mean, like the kicker, right? You're like who? Daniel Carlson. He was on my insurance agent. You know, no, dude. The guy, he scored 12 points week 1, 12 points week 2. That's double-digit production from a position that you don't normally get points from, man. You know, he hit both games. He hit over 50 yarders, dude. You know, I mean, so so they're trusting him. He's kicking. I think you might want to start Daniel Carlson. Yeah, I think you might want to do that.
Okay.
What about the defense? Would you start the defense against the Patriots? Okay, that was dumb. Oh, and say okay. Then I'm scared to even say Carr or Edwards or Ruggs to you, dude. I'm scared to say. Look at that face. You look like a baby pooping. That's awesome. Okay, all right. Okay.
So for the Patriots,
yes,
I'm
please.
starting Cam. I'm starting Jules.
Yes.
I'm starting N'Keal Harry. Those are
The
my
defense?
starts.
Defense? You starting that defense?
Not starting the defense.
Whoa. Okay.
If you start them, they do good for you. Whoop-de-doo.
Running backs? Any of the running backs?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I heard on one podcast where they said they would start James White, but I don't think I would do that. Yeah.
You know, yeah.
You would start James White?
Yeah, I'll start James White.
Oh, hey, okay. All right, cool. All right. And then the tight end Ryan Izzo, you don't start him, or the what about the kicker Nick Folk for the Patriots?
Not really. I mean, look, for the Patriots, it's like I'm sold on Cam like 1,000%. If you have him, he was an every week start. If you have Jules, start him. Looks like it's working out. Looks like I was wrong.
Had a career game last game.
N'Keal Harry looks like he might be something.
Yes,
Obviously,
he's got a lot of targets.
Julian Edelman prefers Cam Newton's steroids to what other steroids he was using before he met Cam Newton, allegedly. Now,
what are you talking about, steroids?
What are you talking about steroids?
What are you talking about?
any other players you want to talk about before we move on?
No, you got it.
Speaking of steroids, the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants are playing. Now, whether you think Nick Bosa or Saquon Barkley were using steroids or not is up to you. But both of them are out for the year, and it sucks because these were two. If you drafted Saquon, he's out for the year. If you drafted the Niners defense, your defense sucks now, and it's all your fault that you spent early on it.
Yeah,
Sucker.
man. D Ford is out. Nick Bosa is out. Solomon Thomas is out.
Richard Sherman's out.
Yeah, Richard Sherman is out. That's the defense. That was who they got. They're almost turning into the Jets.
G's out. George
Mostert.
Kittle could be out. Mostert's out. Coleman's out. I mean, dude, this is I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, what you doing?
The Seahawks and Cardinals finish ahead of the Niners by the end of the year.
Really? Boy, look at you go out on the edge. Oh my gosh, dude.
And say
What,
things that I've already said before.
well, the team that has that's quarterbacked by Nick Mullins. Okay, good job. Don't forget that couple things I want to point out is that that field, dude, is so bad right now, or considered bad, MetLife Stadium, that right now the NFL and the NFLPA are checking it out to make sure it's playable. Yeah, I mean there's a chance that there's a small chance. I haven't heard anything to it, but they're concerned about what's doing because of so many injuries. Also of note, Giants Sterling Shepard is on IR. Yeah, so that's of note. So let's start with the with Stan Fran, dude. We know. I mean, if George Kittle plays, do you start him?
Yeah.
Okay, McKinnon.
Yeah.
What about Robbie Gould?
No.
How about Mohamed Sanu?
No.
No, see, I would start him. Because I don't think they have anybody else to throw to.
Dude,
Yeah,
I mean, you really want to capitalize on. I mean, think about who's throwing those targets.
yeah, but they're playing against the Giants.
Okay, remember when Colt McCoy used to be the backup quarterback for the Redskins? I'm sorry, for the Washington football team.
What?
But back then,
Yeah.
when he was on the team, they were called that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, yes, I do remember. Yes, sir, I remember.
Remember how he would, like, most of his passes would be like 5 yards, but sometimes they would be 7 yards. And if he was feeling crazy, they would be like 15 yards.
Yeah.
You didn't really want the wide receivers he was throwing to. Now, I'm assuming we're gonna get maybe like a little sexier of a version of that in San Francisco, but I don't think it's gonna be like extremely like I mean, remember 2018 season the Niners sucked. That's because Jimmy G was injured and was out. Jimmy G has an injury history. We don't know how long he's going to be out. And what if he goes back out because he tries to come back too soon because the Niners think this is still their year, and then he's out for the year?
Yeah, he's week to week, and you're 100% right. That all those things are absolutely plausible. I was thinking Sanu, since he runs the slot, and that short passes are what they're going to try to be using. It's against the Giants, so yeah, you're right. That's kind of a desperation play. It's not a solid play. I would start Gould because of the fact that I don't think that they're gonna have trouble scoring, so they might want to have him kick. But I would definitely would not start Nick Mullins, and I definitely would start that defense or stop that sit that defense. They're on my sit list. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, San Fran. Okay. On the Giants, is there anybody that you would start? I mean, nobody. I mean, even against this banged up.
Nobody.
No Ingram, no Tate, no Slayton, no Daniel Jones.
Look, if you have those guys, you want to play Russian roulette. Go ahead. I'm not investing in those things.
Okay.
I have less risky things that I invest in.
All right. Well, then what about the darling? I mean, the two darlings of the waiver wire, man. The two, I must have them. Like if you play in a fab league,
Lewis and Devontae Freeman.
You got it, sir. Which one? I mean, we covered this on the last episode, but let's just while we're talking about start sit.
Start them, but I don't think they're gonna do good. And we can go next week and we can see if I was right about it. But I don't think either of them are gonna be good plays. I think the Giants are. They are the dumpster fire of the NFL right now.
Oh God, that's a league that has the Jets.
This one injury now, their running back that they're supposed to be their future is injury prone. We don't even know if he's gonna play. I mean, what he's been out for so much time now and will be.
Connor, this is the second year that the first game he gave you a mediocre performance. Then second game he was out.
He hasn't done anything since his rookie campaign.
Well, you want to know what happened?
Well, okay, that's not fair because he came back last year and he was awesome last week.
Well, but it took him like a month and a half to become awesome. But when he was that one last game that I was able to play him,
he won you your championship if you started him.
Yeah, he had a career day. That's exactly right. I would not start Dion Lewis. I would not start Gallman. I would not start Freeman. I mean, Freeman, dude, he did not produce for fantasy whenever he was on a team that he knew the playbook and they schemed to include him. So what makes you think you saw the Giants play? It's terrible. I mean, Barkley would get the ball and then somebody was on him. That some would say that's the reason why he got injured was because the people were on him like that, dude. It was awful. It's terrible. I don't think that Freeman's going to be able to produce, even though it's my feeling that the reason why he chose the Giants over all those teams was because he was promised the starting role. I really think he was promised a feature role, and so it might not be this game because it's I don't know. He's going to have a whole week of practice. He might try to do it, So. And also, the Ginger Clapper, that's the OC now, the old coach from Dallas.
It's okay. We'll get him next year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's used to having a feature back. So he might actually see Freeman okay, great. We could just go ahead and do, so man, I'm not even playing with that. It's just no. None of those guys. No defense,
tempo.
No kicker, no kick. No.
Moving on.
I was explaining about that.
I know, but we've been on a really bad game for 10 minutes. That's too long. Okay,
lead us, brother.
Another really bad game, and we're gonna pick up the pace because we're already in an hour, and we need to do better with our shows. We need to get cleaner, crisper, and more concise.
Let's do that. Let's talk about that on the air.
Well, I'm
lead us.
Being candid. I'm leading.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Lead us.
I'm like JFK.
Lead us. Lead us.
Ask not what you can do for your show. Ask what I'm going to tell you to do for it. So the Cincinnati Bengals are at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Nice.
Which team will exit this game with a W?
Oh, is he 0-1?
I'm thinking that the Bengals win this game. I can't believe I'm saying it.
Yeah, I know, right? The battle of the goose eggs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a Mixon owner, you starting him?
Yeah.
Burrow?
Yeah.
How about Tyler Boyd? He had a monster game last game against Cleveland.
I'm starting AJ Green.
How about Drew Sample, dude? That's the tight end. No, even though that Burrow kind of okay. All right. Yeah. I'm with you. You might want to just check and see what happens.
Only 2
What
games.
about Randy Bullock? I mean, he scored really high, dude. He really did. I'll
remember whenever you asked me about Steven Gostkowski?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Randy Bullock is the guy that let Steven into that room. Like Randy, like whenever Steven knocked on the door, Randy opened. He was like, "Been waiting forever for you to get in here. Come on."
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got food on the table. Come.
He's got food on the table. Janikowski's out there. Chris Brown, remember when he was on the Texans?
Oh,
Zerline, Matt Prater. We all talk about how Matt Prater used to be the greatest, and he went crazy when he starts crying.
Oh.
Freaking Aldrich Rosas is over there.
Oh man, that's a bad taco.
For those who don't think I know about kickers, I know about kickers.
Yeah.
I only know about the important ones that are worth knowing about. That's the thing.
AJ Green. Would you start AJ Green?
I said I'd start him.
Okay. And the defense, of course. I mean, you probably said the defense. Cincinnati's defense.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
What
Both
about
defenses?
Okay.
I'm not starting Wentz. I'm starting Ertz. I'm starting Goddard. I'm starting Sanders. That's it.
No Djax? Because Rager is hurt, dude. I think he's on the IR. Yeah.
I'm not starting guys who quote Hitler, man.
Okay. All right. Well, it's your team.
That's very true.
Boston Scott.
I'm gonna have a kosher team. I'm not starting Boston Scott.
Okay, or the kicker. Okay, gotcha.
No.
All right.
Moving on. So I am excited about this game because I have one of the players. The Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I think that the Steelers are going to mop the floor up with the Texans. We're going to go to 0-3, and Bill O'B is going to get canned, hopefully.
How can he get canned? He's his own GM. He's going to fire himself?
I hope that the people start a riot and threaten the owner, and he gives up the rights of it to the people, and we can run the Texans like how the Packers is run by the fans instead of an owner. I think
Wow.
that's the only way that the Texans can win a Super Bowl. I know it's not going to happen, but that's what I want.
You're calling revolution.
Well, we deserve it because McNair is making the team bad on purpose to make money, which is an insult to us as a Texas team. That should be against the law in Texas to purposely be bad at football.
Dude, I'm right there behind you, and the reason why I'm wearing this hat is because how bad Bill O'Brien is. Once he's gone,
would you come back if the revolution happened and I would be in control. Obviously.
Dude, that's the whole reason why I'm not because Broncos suck this year. It's not because I am supporting this team. I am full in on Denver to the end of the season. I am not changing that.
So,
but I would go back. But go ahead. Yeah, talk about this game.
So Juju, start.
Oh, hang
Deontay
on.
Johnson.
Hey, hang on. You said Bill O'Brien, right?
Okay. So Juju, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, start him. Eric Ebron, sit him. James Conner, start him. Big Ben, start him. Benny Snell, drop him. If you have David Johnson, sit him. Deshaun Watson, start him. Any of the wide receivers, sit him.
Whoa, really?
Fairbairn, start him.
Uh-huh.
Steelers defense, start him. Texans defense, sit him. You have any disagreements?
Nope. Well, how about the tight ends for the
No,
Texans?
I don't know which one it's going to be.
Yeah, and Ebron, you wouldn't start Ebron?
Nope, I said sit him.
Yeah, the Claypool thing is a surprise to me.
We'll start
I
him
don't
this
think
game. Or the Texans defense is bad. See what happens. Start him in the flex.
Okay. Yeah, it is kind of like, and if you're in a situation where you're having to start Claypool, that's not a good situation to be into. But yeah, man, I'm pretty much.
Let me put it this way: I'm starting. I would like if Lazard isn't out there, I'd think about picking up Claypool. And the reason why I'm picking up Lazard is because Devontae Adams is hurt right now. But if Devontae Adams comes back, then I'd probably drop Lazard and then try to go after Claypool.
Okay. Now you know that last game, Melvin Gordon. You know he had a great game, dude. You know he scored.
He's not on any of the teams we're talking about right now.
Right? I do know that. But what point I'm saying is that he played the Pittsburgh last week. All right, and he scored like in our league, he scored 15.44 points, which is wide running back 2 numbers.
Look, I know that the Broncos had some fantasy success against the Steelers when they had a bad quarterback in. That doesn't mean that the Steelers are magically not a good defense anymore. Sometimes whenever, like a backup quarterback is in, like they're going to play a little lax, and we're talking, look, the game is in Pittsburgh. The Texans have a bad line. You could argue their line is just as bad, if not worse, than the Broncos.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. But that's the thing is that I'm thinking that maybe David Johnson actually might be a start.
We do not have a tight end like Noah Fant. We do not have a wide receiver.
I don't know, dude.
Jerry Jeudy.
We don't
have a physical presence. We don't have the physicality. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Steelers are a physical team, and they're physically going to beat us up. We might score some points in garbage time, but like that's it. So David Johnson, if you have him, you want to start him till he's injured. You do.
I would start him. I would start Deshaun Watson.
I would not. Yeah. Look how Saquon did against them.
Okay. All right. But yeah. There you go. You're a sit. I'm a start. But I would start Brandon Cooks. I would start him. With Will Fuller hurt, I would start Cooks.
Yeah, I'd start him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Next we have the New York Jets at the Indianapolis Colts. Now for this game, I actually would start the Colts kicker. So booyah in your face. That's a new kicker that I know about. I'm of course starting the J train. I'm starting Mo Alley Cox. I'm sitting Hilton. I'm sitting Hines. I'm sitting Rivers, and I'm shaming him. I'm sending him to timeout. I'm not starting anyone on the Jets. I'm not starting any Jets players.
What if Crowder comes back? No. Okay. All right. How about Rodrigo Blankenship, the kicker for the Colts. You know, he got
That
15
is
points.
literally the guy that I said. That was the first guy that I mentioned.
Oh, was it?
Yes, I said the
Oh, I'm
Colts
sorry.
kicker,
I'm sorry.
Mr.
I didn't hear you.
Blankenship. He is
Yeah.
one of the only kickers who wears glasses,
Okay.
and
How about?
he's got a
Okay.
unique name that sounds kind of fake. He looks
It
like he
does.
might be some guy that's living a fake identity that he made to escape something, but who knows? Maybe he's really good at kicking, and it helps him cope.
How
Add
about
him on
Michael
your
Pitt-
fantasy team? No,
Michael Pittman?
No Pittman for me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Does it concern you at all that their safety for the Colts, Malik Hooker, is out for the season?
I didn't say I was going to start the defense, so no.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm with you. Like I would start any jet. I mean, I would sit every jet a sit list. I mean, the whole thing with Crowder. You know, hamstrings are very. I mean, look at Julio. You know, I mean, they aggravate, or Devontae Parker. You know, that's just two. Those are two examples of this past season who have already tried to play through a hammy and it's gotten worse. So yeah, I wouldn't start them. Naeem Hines, Phillip Rivers.
Dude, I already said I would sit all those guys.
Okay, no, I'm just okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Yeah,
That's
I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I was looking up the numbers for Rodrigo Blankenship because I didn't hear you then. So I'm old. Yeah,
You're
respect
old
your
and
elders.
don't listen.
Respect your elders.
You know,
Yeah,
maybe you should listen to the guy with all the rings.
I don't know. Well, I do. I mean, especially since I was, part of it. Yeah, go ahead.
That's true.
Yes. Moving on.
Next, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Damn. I like how you said that, man. This is gonna be interesting with it just came out today that McCaffrey has a high ankle sprain. You know, that's what Barkley had last year.
It's
You
better
know,
than a
and-
drunk ankle sprain.
You know, you can't. You know, you're not wrong about that. But I never thought about that. Now I'm not gonna think about it any way differently now. Thanks, brother. Every time I hear that,
Every
I'm gonna
time
think
you
about
hear
that.
that joke's always gonna ring in your head.
Yeah, he's got a stoned ankle sprain. Yeah, yeah, it's funny, dude. But whenever he came back, so he's out for at least 3 weeks. But whenever he came back, and he really wasn't. It took him about a month and a half to get going. So Mike Davis actually.
Get it, Mike Davis. If you drafted the McCaff, that's what you should do. When McCaff comes back, you start him. I'm starting Mike Davis. I'm starting DJ Moore. I'm starting Robbie Anderson. I'm not starting Teddy Bridgewater. I'm
not starting
Sly. I'm not starting the defense. I'm starting the Chargers defense. I'm starting Eckler. I'm starting Herbert if I'm feeling saucy. I'm
yeah.
starting
Yeah,
Hunter
that's-
Henry. And I can't believe I'm freaking saying this, but I'm starting Keenan Allen. And
Yeah,
I
and-
dislike Keenan Allen because he's just good enough for there to be people to have reasons to question me not liking him. And that's why I dislike him. It's like he can't just be bad all the time. He has to be bad enough for me to realize he's not as good as people think he is.
Joshua Kelly is the one that's a bad taste in my mouth to say because I'm an Austin Eckler owner. But dude, you can't deny it. He's definitely
Who?
startable. Joshua Kelly.
No. I heard you. Oh, you mean Awesome Reckler?
Oh,
Yeah,
Austin Eckler, yeah.
That's his
Well,
name.
Dude, he actually is going to do that. I do think he's going to smash this week against Panthers, dude, because they allow all types of punt points to the running back, and so that's why I was saying Joshua Kelly would be a good start. Now I wouldn't start Robbie Anderson though because of the Chargers defense. I think that DJ Moore is going to be a good start, and but I wouldn't start Anderson because I'm just worried about that defense. But yeah, everything else that you said, I'm there with you, man. You know, what about Mike Williams? That's one that a lot of people are on the fence with especially with Herbert.
Don't start him. Don't start him.
Okay, all right.
Moving on.
Yeah, Bridgewater. Did we mention Bridgewater?
I already said sit him.
Okay, cool. Thank you,
The
sir.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Denver Broncos. The Battle of the Bees. Which team takes the victory? I see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tomping around and tomping the ground, And I
Ah.
see them coming out with a victory over the Broncos. I don't see the Broncos doing that well. I'm starting Fant. I'm starting Melvin Gordon. I'm not starting anyone else except for Jerry Jeudy. So those three guys. I'm not start. You know what? I'm not starting the Broncos defense. I'm not starting I am starting the Bucks defense, and I'm starting Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and I'm starting Fournette. Only those
Whoa!
guys.
That's the guy I was gonna ask you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm starting Fournette, and I'm starting the kicker.
And so no Gronk, no Rojo.
No.
Yeah, and so you are starting Ryan Suckup, the kicker,
Yeah.
for Tampa Bay. Okay. All right. What about KJ Hamler? Would you
No.
start him for Denver? Dude, he was the guy that Jeff Driscoll targeted when he came in. And they already said the coach came out and said it was going to give him a. Hang on, the coach came out and said it's going to give him a bigger role. That he's gonna get more involved in the offense.
Coach speak.
Dude, who they gonna throw it to? They have Fant and Judy's
Okay,
little.
You're confident that the guy that's throwing it to him can throw it to him consistently.
Well, he proved it the last game, but yeah, you're right.
Anyone else?
McManus.
No.
No? Okay. And Gordon, you said you start Gordon,
Yeah.
right? Okay. All right. And then sit Freeman, of course. Yeah. And no Jeff Driscoll. Yeah. I think you got it covered. Brait, would you? I can't remember. Or no? Did you mention OJ Howard? By the way.
No, I would sit OJ Howard.
Okay. All right. Start Godwin. Start Evans. What about Brady?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't start Brady either. Yeah. I'm right there with you. Yeah. All right.
Next, we have a battle of opposites. We have a really good red team against a really shitty blue team.
I know what that. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Lions and Cardinals.
Yeah.
Lions and the Cardinals.
Get a good flex for me, Brian.
Oh,
Brian, who are you starting on the Cardinals?
On the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, D-Hop, Kenyon Drake, Zane Gonzalez, starting their defense, and
Okay, so that's everyone I'm starting.
And I'm starting Christian Kirk.
Okay, I'm not starting him, but I agree with you on the first five.
Okay, let me tell you, he's primed for a bounce back. All right,
Okay.
he's still being used downfield, and Detroit has allowed the highest percentage of deep pass attempts in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would that's why I would start him.
Don't
yeah,
you
but
own
I would.
him in our league?
No, I do not. That wasn't me. That was Zach that got saucy and grabbed him and dropped him. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. But I would sit Fitzgerald. I would sit Edmonds, and I would sit Max Williams, their kicker for Arizona. Who would you start for Detroit, Connor?
Max Williams isn't the kicker for Arizona.
Oh, he's not. He's tight end, right?
Yeah.
Tight end. Sorry, tight end. Zane Gonzalez is a kicker for
Look,
Arizona. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
For Detroit, I'm starting Stafford. I'm starting Jones, and I'm starting Kenny G if he's back. But that's it. I'm not starting any of the running backs. I'd start Hawkinson.
Yeah.
I'm not starting the defense or the kicker.
Yeah, I don't think I would start the kicker. If you have to, like if you're backed up against it, like you have a 12 or 14 team league and you're just backed against it and you need a flex, Swift would be the only running back that I would think about starting because of the pass work, especially in a PPR. But yeah, I'm not starting AP. I'm not starting Carry On. I'm definitely not starting their defense. But see, I'm not starting the Jones either. If Galladay is there, I'm not starting Jones. But if Galladay isn't there, I am starting Jones.
All right. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Seattle Seahawks, and the Birds and the Cowboys are gonna fight, and I think that Russell Wilson will once again find himself unlimited.
Chef Wilson.
Chef Wilson, is that what he's being called now?
No, that's what we're calling him, the chef.
You're calling him that?
Yeah, he's cooking. He let Russ cook.
Chef Wilson. Oh,
yeah.
Letting Russ. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chef Wilson. Yeah. Okay. I really like the unlimited thing. I kind of don't want to make unlimited chef unlimited Wilson.
Hey!
There we go. The bringing together of opposites.
Just Chef Unlimited.
Chef Unlimited.
Or the Unlimited Chef. We'll see. We'll work it out.
Chef
Working title.
Unlimited sounds sexier. It does.
It does, doesn't? Yeah.
Chef Unlimited.
Yeah.
And the goal in life should always be to be sexy. So I would start DK Metcalf. I would start Chris Carson. I would start Tyler Lockett. Dude, of course I'd start Russell Wilson. If you even needed to ask that, I think you should get your brain checked out. I'm not starting the tight ends. I'm not starting the kickers. I'm not starting the defense for either team. I'm starting Dak. I'm starting Zeke. I'm starting Cooper. I'm starting CeeDee Lamb. And I'm starting Michael Gallup. I'm not starting any other players for the Cowboys or the Seahawks.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in total agreement with the Seahawks, especially since they put Philip Dorsett on IR, and also their linebacker Bruce Irvin is out for the season with an ACL.
Look, that's all that Russell Wilson could ever put Philip Dorsett onto, man. I'm just being honest. Yeah. There wasn't going to be the Philip Dorsett show. Yeah, that's the thing is teams will be like, oh yeah, Philip Dorsett is the fastest guy we ever got. It's that doesn't mean they're gonna use him.
Yeah, and there's one guy you didn't mention that we have to because Josh Gordon. I would sit Josh Gordon. Yeah, flush. But here's the thing, also, man. On your starts, man, I wouldn't start Cooper, and I definitely wouldn't start Gallup. Yeah, because he hasn't produced yet. He's a hold. I wouldn't drop him, but he's a hold.
You'd start Lamb.
I would start Lamb, but let me tell you why. Because he's doing his damage from the slot. Okay, so he's going to see plenty of action next week, I think, because the Seahawks have allowed the most targets and receptions and yards and passing plays of at least 15 yards to the slot this year.
Now, guys, we like the slot on this show. We like slot wide receivers for fantasy.
Slotty, we like our slotty wide receivers.
I have Juju and Robert Woods. Brian, who you have some slot guys, right?
I have DJ Moore.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't work from the slot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, it doesn't. But yeah, you're pretty slotty
a lot, and I haven't always been this slotty. But I
I have Crowder. I have Crowder.
Yeah, you have Crowder.
Yeah, he's pretty slotty. Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
Zerline. Would you start Zerline?
Dude, no.
No. Okay, so
he's in the room.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, but that's the only thing I would different from you. So I think we're pretty much in agreement.
On Sunday Night Football, we have the Green Bay Packers at the New Orleans Saints. And I think that the Packers are going to pack the Saints fudge, man. It is going to
be... Do your donkey. Do your donkey nose. There you go. That's going to be the Packers of the Saints. There you go, geez. Man. Yeah, dude, I would start Rodgers. I would definitely start Jones. Adams.
I would start Lazard. I would
do that. I'd only start Lazard if Adams is out. But Adams looks pretty questionable right now, man.
I would start Mr. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and
I wouldn't.
I would start Mr. Rodgers. I would definitely start him.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. On MVS, man, he's dropped a lot of passes, and there's going to be a certain point that with Rodgers, though, he's a production type guy. Like if you stop producing, he's going to stop going to you. So I think this might be a game where he might do that. Jamal Williams, I wouldn't start him.
No, and that should go without saying. You shouldn't be starting Jamal Williams or AJ Dillon, guys. Okay?
Well, yeah.
You shouldn't be starting the kicker. You shouldn't be starting any of the tight ends. You shouldn't be starting those pieces.
What about Breeze? Let's go to New Orleans.
I am not starting Breeze. The only Saints player I'm starting is Kamara.
Whoa! What about Traquan Smith? He looked good.
He does not consistently look good for fantasy, period. Every time I've trusted him, he has screwed me over. Fuck that guy, dude.
Okay. Lutz? Well, Lutz.
Yes. Lutz is in the room of good quarterbacks. Him, Mr. Younghoe Koo, Mr. Sly, he's slyly in there. No one ever really knows what he's doing in there. He's just kind of like... And then Justin Tucker, Harrison Butker, they're all in there, man. They're all there in the good room.
What about Zane? Good old Gonzalez. No love for Gonzalez?
He just knocked on the door. And Will Lutz is like, "Hey, dude, come in, man." They were asking if they should start me. Shame on the man who asks if they should start me.
What about Jared Cook?
Yeah, I'd start Cook.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're pretty much woo. What about Sanders? That was one that I got wrong. I said to start Sanders, and boy,
I'm
did
not
he
starting him.
he
I'm
did he
glad I
make a
traded him.
dude. You trade? Can we say it real quick? Yeah, oh man, you
So a
traded.
guy has Michael Thomas and he dropped Le'Veon Bell. And I picked up Emmanuel Sanders and Le'Veon Bell and traded him those guys for Tevin Coleman and Benny Snell. Now I realize that isn't the most sexiest trade, but I
Ah,
picked up a guy's handcuff and a guy that he dropped and traded it back to him for 2 running backs. And this
a
guy
crappy.
hasn't put Bell in his IR. He's just sitting there on his bench. So I have, for all intents and purposes, taken one bench spot away from my opponent.
Well, yeah, dude. And Sanders is. I would disagree with you. He definitely is not the handcuff for Thomas. you know,
Yeah, apparently.
I would say Kamara is the handcuff for Thomas. Yeah, I mean that's just
yeah.
yeah. But also, man, there's one other guy that I would sit. One other guy that I would sit. You know, well, dude, I mean, I don't know, just some guy that comes in. I mean, you said you wouldn't start Drew Brees,
Voldemort.
but nay,
Okay.
six, yeah, the streak is alive.
Streak is
Yeah,
alive, guys.
that's Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill.
And
Yeah.
I'm starting the Saints D.
Latavius Murray.
Sit.
Wow. Okay, and the defense. What about the defense of New Orleans?
So I like to be candid with
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
at all times of the day. So I am going to. I have 3 quarterbacks on my roster right now.
Which ones?
Gardner Minshew, Aaron Rodgers, and Kyler Murray. I am going
Wow.
to drop Minshew.
Whoa. Okay.
Actually, yeah, because someone else might pick them. I'm going to drop Minshew, and I'm going to start Washington defense in place of the Saints.
The reason why I'm laughing is that he just 2 days ago
dropped them.
you dropped Minnesota, you dropped Washington to pick up Minshew. I mean, that was just you did that like 2 days ago.
Now, this is one thing that pisses me off
Yeah, what's that?
about Yahoo. Tevin Coleman is already on the 49ers injury reserve,
Yeah.
and he's listed as doubtful.
Oh, it's such a pain. You can't do anything.
Screw you, Yahoo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, you totally should. That should be in your IR. You should have that open spot. You should still have Minshew.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully they'll correct. That's such a bad. And dude, it's not only Yahoo. It's all the platforms. They do this stuff. Man, guys, come on, pay attention. This is your job, man. This is a game, dude. I mean, this guy's an IR. Let the man play, dude. I mean, you're totally handcuffing. Oh man, dude. That's such a hard. That makes me so mad. yeah. I don't know why I'm this mad, but yeah. So yeah, I think we touched everybody on that Packers and Saints.
I think so.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad that you walked us through though your peristalsis, dude, about how you got. Dude, I'm making that stick. Yeah, So if you guys don't know what that means, that's the process of food going from in your mouth into your stomach, and he's called the gut. So, yeah. So peristalsis. Yeah. So yeah, man. I think we hit those guys. Okay. Yeah. I think we're. Yeah. So that defense though, that's a real big thing. Like I can't believe you're pivoting, but I see you working. I support it.
Moving on. The finale. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh my God, dude!
I'm gonna be brief
game of the week.
Game of the week. Because this is the game of the week, but we gotta get off because we're at 1:20. So this is
cool.
We're gonna do this in our parting shots. Tyreek Hill, Eclair, Mahomes, Kelsey, Watkins.
Bucker?
Start him.
Bucker?
Start him. Both defenses, sit him. Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Marquise Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram.
Okay.
Start
Yeah.
him.
Okay. I was going to ask you about Mark Ingram. Yeah. So you're not worried about J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards or anything like that?
I really, even if this game isn't high scoring, I want it to be high scoring.
Dude,
This is like the premier game of the year.
yeah, yeah. Well, the last time that Ingram played the Chiefs, he actually rushed for over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns on 16 carries to go along with 4 receptions. Yeah, you start that. Absolutely, you start that. Yeah, and so yeah, I think we're pretty much in agreement with everything. You said start Mark Andrews, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right, yeah, and yeah, dude, there's really nothing other than the Watkins thing. I would sit Watkins. I'm not much of a because the reason why I'd sit Watkins is not because I don't think he's going to produce. I just think that Mahomes spreads it around between Watkins, Hardman, and Robinson too much for one of those guys to produce. You've always preached to me it's always Tyreek Hill, nobody else. Whenever I was holding on to Byron Pringle before you picked up Hunter Henry, you even told me that Brian, you know that the only person that gets any love is Tyreek Hill. I know he's out, but there's not gonna be any love to anybody. I didn't believe you. I believe you now. So I only do Tyreek Hill. That's it.
I'm glad I got through to you.
You did. You did. Well, I mean, it took you winning the damn championship after trading Henry for Thomas. Did you even hit me across the head a couple of times? I'll listen. But it might take a couple. But yeah, okay. So man, we got through our starts and sits. So hopefully this is a show that will help you guys out. Was really cool is that you got to hear different views. I mean, you got to hear there's some things that we agreed on, some things we didn't agree on. So hopefully it'll help you make a decision on who you need to start in order to get that win in that game. So as we know, we record this show on Wednesday night, so we can have it for you on Thursday. So this should be Thursday morning. Hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday morning. So thank you so much for listening. And then we'll also do our next show on Monday night. Okay, so that's when we're going to be talking about what happened in the games, and also, of course, the waiver show. So make sure and keep an eye out for that. Please, if you enjoyed what you saw, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Let us know that you're out there loving the show. That help us out, and I'll help you out because you'll get some really good advice, help you win some games. We want to thank our sponsors, of course, Sports Host app, and also the High Volume Music app, the Pride of Sunnyside. Make sure and download that app. Connor, parting shots.
I hope Mike Gesicki does good.
Okay, and my party shot would be, dude. Again, I'm gonna hammer this in on a trade request that you don't like. Have some respect and just hit reject. All right, guys, that's our show for. True. Yeah, that's our show for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And remember, everyone, in fantasy football as in life, don't dream it, be it. All right, enjoy it. Good luck on your games. Hope you guys win.
Baba booey.